podcast.
Yeah. Hi, good evening. I'm Leily-han. You can call me Leily. Here I would like to say thank you to Miss Maria, who took the time to be present on this podcast, where the theme of this podcast is about the pros and cons of abstaining from election. Before I start on the topic, could you please introduce yourself to us so that I can know you better and the conversation is more relaxed?
Hello, Mrs. Lily. Thank you for inviting me to this podcast and discuss about topic that will always be discussed in election era, especially about pro and cons of abstaining from election. Let me I introduce myself. My name is Maria Imakuatauko. I live in Nagikyo. My daily activity is work as a cashier in my parents' shop. In the morning and the afternoon, I work as pig farmer at home. And even Saturday, I play play badminton with our friends.
Oh, many activities do you have, Miss Maria? Uh, Maria Iwakulata Uko. It's so difficult name for me. Could you please inform your nickname?
Okay, my nickname is Faye.
All right, I will call you Cafe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we can start to discuss about our main topic. What do you think about abstention, and what do you know history about abstention?
Abstention in Indonesian we used to call is golput, which means choosing not to vote. In this case, it refers to the act of a group of people who do not use their right to vote in election. Abstention was born since the New Order election in 1971, at which time it was form of student resistance regarding the implementation of election during the Suharto era, which was considered undemocratic.
Oh, so abstention has been around since the Suharto area, Suharto era, right?
Right.
Oh, what do you think the negative impact of being an abstainer on election?
So when there are people who choose not to use their right to vote, it will certainly have an impact, especially if there are a lot of them, including the making the essence to election itself. Then the potential for incompetent leadership candidates to be allocated. Government program is not being support due to a lack of interest from the public. And when someone chooses the abstain, this indicates the person is not part of the government structure. Even though through election, people are given the opportunity to vote, express opinions, and are given the opportunity to live as democratic people. Abstention symbolizes a undemocratic society. An apathetic society reflects polemical politics.
That's right. This attitude can also be detrimental to the country because holding election requires a large budget. So abstaining from voting will be a kind of political waste.
I agree. With the abstention, the use the state budget for election will not be optimal. Besides, it also opens up the potential for manipulation of vote acquisition by irresponsible elements.
Yeah. What do you think about the factor that makes someone choose the abstain from voting in election?
Of course, there are external and internal factors. For example, external factors such as administrative factors and political factors. If there are administrative factors, such as someone not being registered as a voter, not getting an election card, not having an ID card or KTP, if it is from political factors, namely when someone does not believe in the party, has no choice from the available candidates, has a stigma that politics is evil, dirty, and so on. Then there are internal factors, namely factors caused by individual voters. In internal factors, there are technical factors. For example, there are technical obstacles experienced by voters that prevent them from exercising their right to vote. For example, on election day, the condition of the voter is so sick, or is there are other activity that constrain the individual of the voter. Or what often happens is that voter who has current place of residence does not match their ID card are lazy about arranging the transfer of the general election location.
Wow, there are also many factors, yeah, that cause someone to choose to abstain.
That's right, Mrs. Laley.
Oh, regarding the many problems you mentioned, how can we overcome them?
Of course, the solution to overcoming abstention must involve several experts and parties. One way to overcome abstention is by increasing people political participation to selection participation, campaigns, discussion, debates, survey. This can increase people awareness and responsibility for their rights and obligation as citizens.
That's right. Of course, we need to carry out each so that this community educated.
Yes, that's right. It's very important to educate the people in terms of political education. Yes, it can be through various media such as books, magazine, newspaper, radio, television, the internet, or social media. This can certainly increase the people's knowledge and skill in choosing sustainable leadership candidates according to their criteria and interests.
Yeah, I really agree with you, Cafe. What message do you think need to be conveyed to the Indonesian people to carry out election activity and well?
Let us participate actively and holding democratic election by using our voting rights we have contributes to choosing leaders for the progress of our country.
That's right, Cafe.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Laley.
Thank you very much for your education about the pros and cons of being a abstainer in the election. It is very useful, especially for me.
Okay, you're
Thank
welcome.
you. Yes, once again, thank you for your take a time. That's all our conversation this evening. Hopefully, this podcast can be useful for me, listener, and especially all Indonesian people. Don't forget to come to TPS on 14th February. Number one, number two, or number three. We hope Indonesian be better. Bye, Cafe. Thank you very
Thank you, Mrs.
much.
Lily. Bye bye.
Bye.